Hello, everyone. I hope each and every one of you is doing great. And welcome back to our channel, which is Tutoring Made Easy. The goal of this channel is to make economics and other subjects very easy and comfortable. Please, if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, we want you to do us this favor by subscribing, liking this video, and sharing to as many people as possible. If you're already a subscriber, we'd like to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to you for helping our channel to grow. If you have specific topics on economics or most of the subjects that we do here, please feel free to drop it in a comment section below, and we'll be more than willing to do a video on that for you. Today, in this video, we are going to be looking at economics. We are going to study economics together. Now, someone will ask, what is economics? What is economics? So basically, we are looking at the definition of economics. So there's one popular definition, very popular definition by Professor Lionel Robbins. There's a popular definition, and it's by Professor Lionel Robbins, and he defined economics as a science. He defined economics as a science which studies human behavior. A science that studies human behavior. In what way? Establishing a relationship, between ends and scarce means. So we are looking at how human beings behave. We are looking at, why will someone consume coffee on a Saturday morning? Why will someone buy more BMWs even though the prices keep going up? Why is the economy not doing so well at this moment? The answer to these questions and the process of probing such questions is, it involves economics. It involves economics. Now, economics can be broken down. Economics can be broken down into pretty much three branches. The first branch is known as micro or micro economics. It depends on the country or the school you attended. It's micro or microeconomics. And then the second branch is what is called the macroeconomics. And then the third branch is what we know is known as econometrics together. So the three branches, microeconomics and microeconomics, deals with households. It deals with individuals and maybe households. What is happening in households, the decisions in households. So we are looking at analyzing decisions in households. On the other hand, with macroeconomics, we want to aggregate the micro. I forgot to add the micro. We can also include businesses. It also includes businesses. So let's add businesses to it. Individuals, households, and businesses. So we want to look at analyzing decisions in households and businesses. But on the other hand, when we are looking at macroeconomics, we are aggregating microeconomics to determine the decisions from an economy, and how an economy or the government, and how that impacts households plus businesses. So microeconomics focuses this one. It focuses on individuals, focuses on households, and then businesses. But with macroeconomics, we are looking at the impact on individuals, the impact on households, the impact on businesses when a government makes decisions. So you hear things like GDP, gross domestic product. You hear things like per capita income. These are things to be discussed under macroeconomics. Under microeconomics, you'll be hearing things like demand. You'll be hearing things like You'll be hearing things like supply. You'll be hearing things like production, consumption, and so on. But in macroeconomics, you'll be dealing with GDP, per capita income, interest rates, inflation, interest rates, GDP per capita. On the other hand, the last part, which is the third branch, which is econometrics, deals with the data analytics part of economics. So analyzing the data collected from micro or macro to interpret results. So that is econometrics for you. So economics is basically defined as a science that studies human behavior, establishes a relationship between ends and scarce means. And this definition was propounded by Professor Lionel Robbins. And we said that economics can be categorized under three branches. Now let's quickly look at some concepts in economics. Certain concepts, or should I say, let's say concepts, economics. The first one we can mention is what we call resources. Now, resources are limited. They are limited. That means that they are limited in supply. They are not available. They are limited. They are not abundant, sorry. They are not abundant in supply. So they are limited. Resources are limited. Now, when a resource is limited in economics, it is known as scarcity. Now, we also have what we call our needs/wants. And these needs and wants are unlimited. If I ask you to list your needs and wants, I believe that you will not finish. You will keep listing things. You want to have everything. Human beings would want to have everything. They want to have needs and wants. You want to have every single thing, and that makes needs and wants unlimited. And if the needs and wants are unlimited, that means that they are greater. So in summary, right? In summary, number two is greater than number one. What is number two? The needs slash the wants. They are greater than the resources. Why? 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 Because the needs or the wants are unlimited. Everybody wants more. And that unlimited stuff is greater than the limited resources. And that explains why scarcity exists. They are scarce. So a scarcity is something which is in short, you cannot be able to meet your needs. So it's called scarcity. So that we can say that the first concept, the first major concept is scarcity. And because there is scarcity, the next major concept is what we call opportunity cost. It's what we call opportunity cost. Now, how does this come into play? Because there is scarcity, what we first have to do is to make a scale of preference. Scale of preference. What is a scale of preference? It's a list you will do. A list of important needs and wants. List of important needs and wants in an order, in the order of the most preferred, at the top. So a student might have a scale of preference, a list. A student might say that my scale of preference, student has a lot of needs, but his scale of preference might look like this. He says, my scale of preference is number one, is my tuition. My second is room and boarding. His third is food. His fourth is transportation. And maybe his fifth is tuition and books. Let me put it here. Tuition and books. His fifth is maybe entertainment. So this is a student's scale of preference. With this number one as the most preferred. This is what we call a scale of preference. Now, if the student decides to go ahead with this decision first, then the one in number two, this number two becomes the opportunity cost. The opportunity cost is the decision that you forego. The opportunity cost is the decision foregone. Is the decision foregone. Or the alternative foregone. The alternative foregone. It was the alternative. You could have made a decision on the room and board, but you ignored it. And once you've ignored it, it has a cost on its own for making the decision of number one. For choosing number one, you incur a certain cost known as the opportunity cost, because you could have put that same money into decision number two. So you need to weigh the cost and make sure that when you are choosing number one, the cost that comes with not doing number two, the cost for not doing number two, it is not so huge or great. You are not going to incur a huge cost for not making a decision of room and boarding, and that your decision for number one is more important, and it far benefits you than the cost that you are going to incur, or the cost for foregoing number two. That is some of the concepts I wanted to share with you. So we talked about the definition of economics, we talked about the branches of economics and what they entail. We spoke about scarcity, we spoke about the scale of preference, and we've spoken about opportunity cost, in the context of resources being limited, in the context of our needs being unlimited, and how scarcity comes. And because of that, we have to make a list of preference and then make a decision. And once we make a decision, we incur a cost known as the opportunity cost. Please, at this moment, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do us a favor by subscribing to help grow our channel together as a family. If you have specific topics you want us to do a video on, feel free, drop it in the comment section, and we'll be more than willing. To do videos on that for you. But at this moment, I'll come to you another time. Take care and bye.